guys. So it was recently brought to my attention that this video I made, the Fareed video, OFL in a nutshell, not good. Kingo told me a lot of the things I need to work on. So this video is going to be kind of the redux version, the improved version, based on the criticisms, which I think was I spent too much time LARPing as Fareed, too shallow, and there was a lack of cohesiveness between parts of the video. So also that I didn't talk enough. If I had talked, I think that would have made it better. So I'm going to be talking you guys through the video. You know how when you read Shakespeare books, they have on the side like translations for phrases and words that you probably don't know because Shakespeare was on some bullshit. That's what I'm doing. But obvious, like Kingo said, I can't expect you guys to read too much. So let's get into the video here.
Oh, look at me. Look at me, I'm Fareed, and I'm the quarterback for the Panthers. Let me find an open receiver.
So what this was based off here, it's a King Light, no, my fault, team. It's a Chaostopia YouTube short, and essentially the idea is Chaostopia was upset at Fareed because Fareed had made fun of the media. And so he was making kind of a strike back video at Fareed. And so in my chronicles of ironically parodying Chaostopia, I'm parodying this video. Originally the idea was going to be, it was just going to be kind of this kind of style of thing, but escalating more and more into time, especially and eventually breaking the fourth wall into real life, where I'd be recording my real life doing stuff like missing a basketball shot and saying I'm Fareed, you know. But I realized that the execution of that was not going to be as funny as I thought it was. So I wanted to follow the same kind of theme I was following of parodying the OFL media and bring it in a different direction.
Downfield. Oh, look, there's no one there. I have no open receivers, and I hate the media. And why do we have all these newcomers in the media? We need.
And just so you guys know, this video was made like probably a year and a half ago. I made this. I mean, I've been playing this a long time. I just didn't follow through until pretty recently.
Need people with experience. And like, why do we have all these newcomers and stuff like that? And like, why do we have all these?
So here you can see, and this is you know, where it's really on me to provide insight here. This is a shopping video. Chaostopia has this video called Channel Update, where he provides a channel update on his channel and what he's gonna be able to do in the future. I've made a parody of that already. It's on my video, my channel. It's about 40 minutes long. One of my favorite videos I ever made. And essentially, what's going on here is one of the things he said was going to keep him busy, which might prevent him from making videos, was that he was going to have to grocery shop with his mom. And I thought that was a funny thing to bring up when you're talking about why you can't make videos. Another point in the video, he was going to be busy with school. So it just follows. And of course, this is a highlight he made. And then here is Sonic the Hedgehog, who we all know Chaostopia is a big fan of.
How may I help you? How may I help you?
Oh, yes, I think I'm gonna do y'all
Quarterback for the Roblox Panthers.
Okay.
and I'm gonna
The Cowboy Crab or Kingo or Chaostopia.
go with it.
It come with
People that have no playing experience go ahead and run shows.
So let me break that down for you. So first off, in the background, I just want to bring up, we got cicadas from Japan and a track from Evangelion. I love the soundtrack to that. And I think it's great to put in the background of when you're talking. Sorry, there's a car outside. That's not part of the, whatever. But essentially, that's the video of the Chinese restaurant in the hood guy. And the point is, right, I'm dubbing over that with parts of Chaostopia's original Fareed45 in a nutshell video. But I'm dubbing over in the joke of that one, particularly, besides just the dubbing over the video, is he says that Chaostopia and Cowboy Crab, and then he says, "Can I get that?" And then the response back is, "It come with people that are inexperienced running the media," which was one of apparently Fareed's critiques of Chaostopia, Cowboy Crab, and Kingo. And so I just thought, it's a different variation of the meme. I'm not the first person to do it. I won't take credit for that, but just a different way to apply it, I saw. And just to run you through these three. So Kingalite, we know, big fan of the Patriots, big fan of Boston sports, and I can agree with that. We know he's been to the Basketball Hall of Fame. And obviously, Kingo, you're watching this, you've been to the Basketball Hall of Fame. That's where we figured out he was, I think, 5'6", just based off the measurements, and balding. But that's besides the point, I think. But and just to be clear, that's particularly resonant with me because 8 months out of the year when I'm at school, I'm probably a 20-minute drive away from the Basketball Hall of Fame. So I thought it was just something we really could relate, and I value that in this community. And then finally, this last part, the Trump part, kind of self-explanatory. We know where Kingalite's political leanings lie, and this is just kind of a demonstration of that.
Damn, Lux, you're a genius.
For real?
Yeah, I could give you a hug right now because you're such a genius.
Hell no, kill yourself, nigga!
Now what that was a mix of two different things there. So the overlaying video was a video from Vine, and basically what happens is a guy comes up, he says, "Pow, can I get your number?" And then the girl says, "Hell no, kill yourself." I can't say that word, I'm white. And the joke is then that Kingalite is the one speaking, because he has a clip of him on Minecraft playing with this girl Lux, probably 10 years younger than him, just to be clear. And he says, after, I really don't know the full context, but he says, "Wow, I could hug you right now." And, I've always thought that was a funny clip. And, in today's OFL, you can never be too sure. So that's kind of the idea there. And of course, I just think that "kill yourself" at the end is kind of funny there. And just the whole clip. You guys should watch it on your by your lonely. And just to kind of capstone off this segment, I think one of my favorite things about Evangelion, why I love it so much, is the space it leaves. I think there's part of me that didn't like the length of this segment. I thought it kind of drew out, but it's really grown on me, even though I'm the one who made it. Because I think it gives you space to kind of settle in before this next part, where there's going to be a lot of information coming out at you, and it's good to already, be in for the ride. So this is cutting off the first half of the video on a pessimistic note, right? We're looking at the two figureheads essentially of OFL media and what they're characterized by, really. And it's like maybe Fareed was right. Maybe Chaostopia's video, the satirization of Fareed, maybe Fareed was right. But then the second part of the video, this is where everything kind of flip-flops. So what that was three more recent streamers. And it's to the beat of a song from Evangelion called, I think it's Hedgehog's Dilemma. Great episode, great song. Timing it up didn't take me that long, which I was kind of surprised by. But this is three recent streamers who I think are pretty funny and can take the league in a good direction. And then, of course, those was three old clips. I think it's a highlight, and then it's Bagels do the whip and nene. No, it's hit the Kwan, I think, or something like that. Or Ayo and Teo rolling on my wrist. And then the first one was OFL in a nutshell, which I mean, obviously is so greatly inspirational to me. And so those three are kind of representative of the past in this case.
He's already streaming it. Of course, who else, dude?
So those two, in terms of those two, essentially the first one, just a funny clip, really, and it really gives you an idea of the level of creativity and energy that could really be brought to the league, right? There's a difference between just like screaming, right, and really putting your whole self into it. Secondly, Big Man Wet, shout out to Big Man Wet. I don't know where he's at, but Kiri Kali was the league, so it's like what I would compare the current state of league media to is like you had a strong, powerful, and likable guy in charge for years and years, and eventually he has to go. And who do you pick up in the place, right? It kind of kills innovation. It kills all these things when you have just one person really at the top for a long time like that. You know, to talk about why monopolies are bad or anything, but of course, Kiri was so good at what he did that he really took over. And then once he left, we kind of have this vacuum where the best we're gonna get is Chaostopia and King of Light. Also, I thought it was interesting there to put the future first and the past second, because left to right linearly, you normally would think past then future, but I just thought that was interesting to do. It kind of keeps you your toes on your toes in a sense. And I know there's a lot of subtext in this one. Basically, the rotting fruit here. You're gonna see. Let me just go a little more. The whale, that's good. The rotting fruit. That's the degradation of the league, the degradation of the league's media, the degradation of everything about the league, really. The attention to consumer base, and how if you're gonna leave that in the hands of King of Light and Chaostopia, just you're really setting yourself up for failure. You're setting the league up for failure. There's something to be done by the people. There's something to be done by the executives, and I'll go further into that as the video goes on here. On here, just giving King of Light and Chaostopia an example of really what they give us. Here's this GFX made by King of Light for King of Light. And something I noticed was he made like 5 GFXs in a row where it said, "I want my damn respect." I don't know, if it was a fixation of his at the time. I'm not quite sure, but that's why I thought this was funny, and just because of the quality. And then over here is Chaostopia. And I'm not sure. I love Sonic, just to be clear, but this is in like OFL, like media, like I think we can do better. So just to take you piece by piece here, this is a clip of Monty Baby, as he's watching his own teammate catch the ball and return it back for safety. But the caption is league executives' reaction to never reaching the former heights. So obviously in COVID, we were at a peak. We never really got back. We kind of let the league fester. I am not going to say we there because I'm not an executive. And so that's why he's reacting like he is. This random guy I found in general, I won't even lie, I just looked up like dying, and he was one that came up. And then if you read this article, you can even see here it says steady decline in competition, overall care, activity, without an active media, as I'm going to go into just a little bit, the league's not going to succeed, frankly. And here I thought it was interesting to demonstrate the health of a community and how media plays a role in that, obviously in OFL, but then I thought it would be interesting to juxtapose that to America as a whole. We see what's going on in the media today with sensationalism and also censorship of media. And I thought it was interesting to juxtapose that and just point out how the health of the media represents the health of the broader community. And I just thought that was an interesting point to make, and something that would hopefully rouse something inside of people in OFL with any creative spark in them. And here, of course, examples of really what personified the best of OFL media in the past. This is OFL in a nutshell, and OFL mentality. I mean, these are some of the most iconic things you can think of in relation to media early in OFL. Like, looking back, you're never gonna remember a GFX. You're never gonna remember an article unless it was. I've made some really good articles, just to be frank. But what you are gonna, and you're also like, well, what you are gonna remember is the videos, because of LMJ's latency video, because of Death ATL's OFL in a nutshell, because of Zektic's OFL parodies in general, and of course OFL mentality specifically. These are things that can kind of personify and hype up a league, because if you're playing in the league, a lot of the time you're playing in the league because you want to be in these videos. I know that's why I came to OFL. When I saw the OFL in a nutshell videos, I was like, wow, I wish I could be in one of those someday. And that's really what brought me to the league. That's made me want to play. And there's just not that anymore. Like, sure, you can make a GFX. That's not as exciting of a prospect because anyone can make that, right? But it's just, it's just not, there's not the incentive anymore for players as much as there once was. These are some of my videos. I'm pretty proud of them, I'll say, but obviously, like, they're not the best quality or anything. I mean, I don't edit things. I don't make videos. I don't do many creative things, right? But if I can do it, right? I mean, people like OFL Joker, I think. I still have that voice deep inside me somewhere. I still think the Old Football League 1 is probably my best video, but it's just kind of dense and hard to understand. I would say this one is a little bit different. I would say this one is much easier to understand. The underlying messages are all there. I shouldn't have to speak it out all for you, but you never know. But don't leave it up to me, because I mean, I'm not going to be giving you. I'm not tapped into the OFL media. I'm not going to be the one that's going to be giving you the best options, right? If you're an EB, make shit yourself. If you're a player, make shit yourself. Why not? What do you have to lose? A little bit of time? You're already wasting 8 hours a day on God Next. Why not just make a video or something? Like, the landscape of the league, the players, you can make jokes about it. Why not do it in a video? Why not stir up interest? Why not get some views for you? Get your clout up, boy. Like, it's just, it's something interesting to me that I've seen just no one does. Everyone just writes articles, but they have their own media channels. Shout out Dante, Heist Mode Unleashed. And they make GFXs, and that's it. We don't really have this greater entertainment sphere, even with all the people in the league. Now, this is a part of the video I was like, this might get misconstrued, because there's obviously only so many words I can use. There's only so much time I have. But I think it was still pretty clear. Here I'm talking about Kingo and Chaostopia, right? I mean, we've seen what they're making, right? And today, more than any day, is the best time to get into content creation of any kind. I mean, you can stream, you can create videos on YouTube, you can create short form videos on TikTok. What's stopping you? Everyone has creativity inside of them. Everyone needs to find their creative outlet. Why not you, right? I mean, we've seen what the best they can come up with is, right? And the best they can come up with is killing the league, right? So, that can't be the best of what we have to offer, frankly. I think this GIF is kind of funny. Just being honest, I don't really like Drake. I think he's an annoying. I feel the same way about him as I do Lana Del Rey, right? Even if he has like a good song or a listenable song, it's like he's so annoying that it just doesn't make up for it at the end of the day. But I like this GIF. It really is a good. Has a lot of use cases, I'll say. And of course, just don't create because of me. Create because you're human. Don't listen to what I have to say. I'm a little geezer. I'm aging out. I'm 30. I live in my mom's basement, selling Boy Scout cookies and shit. So don't listen to me. But just do it because why not, right? Do it because it's fun. Find a way to do something creative and have fun. Don't leave it up to the people that have been doing it because it's not working. Just frankly, it's just not working. Oh, and also rewatch OFL Joker. It's a great video. You know, I think I was much funnier 2 years ago than I am now. Just being honest. I don't know what happened in those 2 years.
I just want to know what the fuck was that all about. None. Fareed is acting like a little bitch.
Of course. Well, look at that. Well, okay, sure. Of course, the outro there was also from the Fareed video. I thought it would just be a funny kind of outro and a really way to a way to kind of bring you back to what started it all, because that was from the Fareed OFL in a nutshell skit. And yeah, I mean, I just thought that would be a nice, concise way to end it there. And I hope this version of the video is better for you guys. I hope you guys understood everything. I hope I didn't LARP as Fareed too much. I hope you watched all the way through. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Don't forget to hop on God Next with me. I hear the Saudi Arabian servers are lacking. Yeah, I mean, Megity Red. Rewatch OFL Joker if you get a chance.